and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Excuse me, did you happen to...
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating.
Okay.
Anything else?
The scholars that have gone missing.
Those eyes.
Don't change the...
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me.
Do you also think
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was... It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Well, whatever the case, I'll...
Gotcha! Sir, have you seen...
Oh, well, if it isn't... The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any... And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey,
Yeah.
that's no good. Well, once you found him, I've known you since you were very...
Wow, what an... Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there. Stay...
Of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Listen, see if you can make out...
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those cities...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet...
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink.
Hey!
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. Would you want to live like this if you were... Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our...
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
God, please don't be...
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical...
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about...
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radical.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. So you'd best just stay home. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom.
Yes.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrified. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like...
I heard that. It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Grandpa, oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too?
Yes. Now that I concentrate,
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Oh, where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Time to go.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon?
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one. The scent is quite faint. But
who would come looking for Grandpa?
we'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food?
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their
No.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of...
It's highly...
Please, you have to save my Grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you...
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about...
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like...
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't...
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was in...
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So...
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there are... Not to mention making incense is a labor and... It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been...
Makes sense.
So what should we do then?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly,
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway...
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on...
Let's head out.
Now hold on, Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on... Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual I need to go around and ask... Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan...
All right, sounds like a plan.
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall.
I know what you mean. I had the same question. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really... It was only after I grew up that I realized. The Wall of Samiel isn't... Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The Academia, geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the Academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could. No, not at all. Besides, we're here to procure an...
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find... Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find... Just our luck.
You mean, you don't?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
We've had drinks together a few times. You could... Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than...
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or...
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might...
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his...
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course...
Time to go.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear? Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar...
So, you've been watching us?
Uh-oh. I'm a new leaving set.
and you left the strongest...
So you and Delavar have been partners...
Dia! I guess... But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an up...
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see.
Dia.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler. Illusion shattered!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike! Ha!
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in our...
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a...
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow! What a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual
So, that thing...
About what?
About how mercenaries...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be but I see through it all. And unlike them...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here.
Wherever in this world I roam.
This should be all of them.
All right.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offender...
While I'm questioning them...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another...
You heard the question. Now answer me.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word. Right on time.
Paimon's been wondering.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she...
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of...
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of... Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
sharing some interrogation.
Oh, you...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry.
Yes, please.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. And you come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones to—
Mercy! You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, so it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia... It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to...
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless.
You're right. Isak is...
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
You look worried.
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
I just...